One of the features of using Property Hive is that you can send out matching emails to applicants. You can either do this manually or automatically, but essentially against an applicant you would have their requirements, and then you can send out properties that match those requirements. To do this manually, in WordPress here, I've gone to applicants on the left hand side. We've got one applicant here, Mr. Smith. Now he's already set up, so he's got a relationship. Just going back to his core record, so we've got an address, making sure he's got an email address and a valid email address at that, and that we can't contact him via email. If he had an invalid email or he had specified not to contact him via email, we wouldn't be allowed to match to him. So that's two things we just need to check before we go ahead and form a match. So under relationships, like I say, he is an applicant already. He has a profile, so he's looking for sales properties, max price of 400,000, min beds 1. We could add types, and you can add as many types as you want here, but in this case we'll leave it blank. And same with locations. If we had locations entered, it would use them as well. And then any additional requirements. So you could say looking for a garage or requires big garden. And we'll see why that's useful in the next stage. The only last requirement in order to send in properties is that he has the send matching properties box ticked. So once we're happy with his requirements, all we need to do to send him some properties is click view matching properties. And what this will do is it will take them requirements, it will find any on-market properties that match and return any results. So we can see here Mr. Smith has got 2 results. What you'll see is a photo, the address, price, beds, and the summary description. So with this information here, we can decide if this is a suitable property for him. If in his requirements it said must have a garage, we can see that this one's probably not suitable, but this one we can see does have a garage. It might be in the description, and therefore that's probably suitable. If it wasn't suitable, we can just tick property not suitable. And then once we continue, that means that that property will never come up again then in searches in future. In this case, we'll leave it as we want to email it to him. Click continue, and then we get a chance to edit the email that gets sent to him as well as preview it before it actually gets sent. So we can see who it's going to, we've got who it's going from, the from email address, the subject. So by default this will say we found 2 properties that might be of interest to you, and again the content of the email, a few shortcodes in there which will be swapped out once it gets sent. So you got name, the number of properties, and then the actual list of properties. You can preview this before it gets sent. You can change the colors, you could add a header, you can change the text fonts, etc. all within the settings area of Property Hive if you want to brand this to your colors. That allows us to demo it as well as seeing all the shortcodes placed accordingly. And then once we're happy, we just send email. That will be sent out to him. What you'll notice as well is that in the history we've now got a log that he was sent 2 properties 1 hour ago, and we can see the exact email that got sent out. That was obviously manually, which is great if, maybe they're sitting in front of you or they're on the phone so you can see which properties match their criteria. If ongoing you want to then automatically send them properties, what you can do is under the Property Hive settings area, under emails, if we scroll down, you'll see the last option is automatically send matching properties to applicants. With this ticked, and on the applicant record the requirements are met, so valid email address, the do not contact via email is unticked, and they have the send matching properties box ticked. Whenever a new property comes onto the market, from this point forward, that applicant will automatically get sent that property. Again, all automatic matches will appear in the log, so if an automatic email was sent out, we could come in here and see what was sent and when it was sent.